Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are safe at your homes. Till now we have discussed each and every topic of our chapter Nutrition in Plants. Now in our today's lecture we are going to recapitulate all the important terms of this chapter. See here, first is nutrition. That is the process of taking in food and then utilizing it to get energy. And after this we have discussed about the two different modes of nutrition. One was autotrophic nutrition and second is heterotrophic nutrition. And where autotrophic nutrition was the mode of nutrition in which green plants prepare their own food, whereas heterotrophic mode of nutrition was the mode of nutrition in which animals and non-green plants like bacteria and fungi do not prepare their own food but obtain their food from other organisms. And after this we have discussed about various types of heterotrophic nutrition. And the first was parasitic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which organisms depend on other organisms for food and shelter. For example, Cascada shows parasitic mode of nutrition. And the second was saprophytic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which organisms grow on and derive nourishment from dead and decaying organic matter. For example, fungi. And third, we have done insectivoric nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which organisms consume insects as a part of their regular diet. For example, peach plant shows insectivoric nutrition. And the last we have discussed about symbiotic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which two different organisms which live close physically and benefit from each other. For example, lichens show symbiotic nutrition. So after this, I am going to share with you some questions of this chapter that you can easily do after seeing all the videos of this chapter. See, first question is, why is nutrition necessary for all living organisms? Second, define nutrition. Third, give the main types of heterotrophic nutrition in plants with examples where you have to explain all the four types of heterotrophic nutrition. Fourth, why are nitrogenous fertilizers not added in the soil in which leguminous plants are grown? For this, you can recall the concept of rhizome legume symbiosis. Okay. Fifth, a farmer grows tomato in a greenhouse. He keeps bright light on in the greenhouse at night. So what will be the effect on the growth of tomatoes? Will the growth of the tomatoes will be more or less? For this, you can use your concept of photosynthesis. Okay, so this is all for our today's lecture. Goodbye. Have a nice day.